Hey guys, this is Market Update. There's two major things to focus on. The first is the whole conversation around Bitcoin fundamentally, and then the price right here, which is really, really important actually. We're at a really big level. I'll show you why firstly. So this support will turn into resistance here. So we might get a bit of resistance over the next maybe a few weeks, right? Then there's a massive zone here, which, will turn into resistance again. Dip buyers definitely would take profits here on a very quick move up, right? So probably a bit of chop around here. We can see the long-term chart of Bitcoin as well. We're right at the trend rate of growth. So a really, really important kind of level. I would say above this, you're in a really big bull market. Below this, you're kind of consolidating, or you can call it a bear market, but does it really feel like a bear market? I mean, there was a war, it fell 50%, and now it's climbing up again. So I don't know if you call that a bear market or not. A correction, terminology is irrelevant anyway. If you want this is just my projection of Bitcoin growth over time. It's in the crypto course, so you can just send me a message in the Discord and I'll give this to you. I'll link the crypto course below, but you can see this. We had a chop around here as resistance, and that fell to support. And then, this will be resistance again here. So maybe a bit of chop, but don't like concentrate on that. Let's just figure the growth rate, right? Like these bear markets or whatever you want to call them are just getting higher over time. So it's just really positive, right? Absolutely positive. It's just hard to be bearish when people are saying it's a bear market, but you're trading at 80,000 a coin. It's just ridiculous, right? If you do trade Bitcoin, crypto, or anything else, you can trade it on Bybit. I'll link that below as well. You can get a deposit bonus if you click that link. Deposit anything, they'll give you a deposit bonus to trade with. I really wouldn't want to be a bear here because I think you're in just a world of trouble, to be honest. Right, the bears are shorting this rally big time, which is obviously a tinderbox for potential short squeeze higher as well. They may be hedging some other exposure that they have. But look, shorting a squeeze is obviously, that happens at the bottom of bear markets, and then they just all get taken out as the price goes higher. We are at a resistance level. There's going to be some chop, whatever, right? It doesn't really matter. That's not what we're looking at, right? We're looking at this thing just fundamentally winning, right? Bitcoin. So what's the FUD? Quantum FUD. It's great FUD because no one really knows what's happening, or if it can actually happen, or if the old wallets can get hacked. But let's say it comes and the wallets get hacked, right? And everyone says, well, all the coins are going to be dumped on the market. Really? Who's going to hack Bitcoin? Who has the potential to actually create a quantum computer that can hack that cryptography, right? There's two potential people that can do that. And they're the two world empires, right? Google and all of the US tech firms, the CIA. You think they're going to hack the wallets and then market dump it? Of course they're not. That's US government property once it's hacked, by the way. They're not going to market dump it, are they? Right? And I doubt China would do that either if they actually were able to hack the wallets, right? They'd probably keep the asset, right? Now, would you get a bear market if that Bitcoin moves? Yes. But so you're not going to invest in Bitcoin because there might be a bear market in the future. All right, well, don't invest at all then. Just hold cash. And by the time that bear market comes, your cash is like minus 80, 100% versus the asset anyway, right? So that FUD is irrelevant. And so the other FUD is that the treasury companies are going to blow up because Bitcoin might not go up at 30% a year. The bears used to say it was a scam going to zero. Now they're saying it's definitely bad because it might only go up at like 15% a year. And it's just ridiculous, right? Look, the treasury companies issue preferred stocks, which can suspend their dividends for a start. And the preferred stocks have either fixed income, which every single year with inflation becomes less valuable, right, in purchasing power. So you're actually just reducing your liability each year with inflation. That's why fixed income exists, why it's fixed. The other is a variable rate. And guess what? If Bitcoin doesn't go up, they'll just drop the rate, right? Now, will the equity suffer? Yeah. Will they have to sell some? Well, strategy can last for like a decade or more before having to figure that out. It's not a bear. It's just nothing to go on for the bears, right? That's because Bitcoin is professional now. And it wasn't before. It was a shit show before, right? It was like getting hacked from exchanges and literal scams and, right? It's in S&P 500 companies, right? These are legal structures at the highest level. They don't muck around. There's nothing left for the bears to go on, right? And now, of course, you have the revived supply, which was huge up here. This is just evaporating away. Look, it's about when bear markets happen, people don't sell, right? And then the bullish turn of this would be when people are starting to sell again. The thing is that all of these waves are higher and higher and higher each time, right? So if buyers switch in, want to buy more, the sellers aren't going to sell too much at these lows, right? Sellers only come in when the price goes higher and it incentivizes them to sell. The waves get higher each time. So the next wave in can't bring us back to this level 126. You have to go higher than that to get this amount left. Remember, this is a fixed asset, right? All of the new supply is being bought and there's way more demand than that. So, I mean, what's the argument now? It might go up at 18% a year instead of 25, or it's irrelevant, right? And anyway, look at the 200-week moving average. This is really the relevant thing. It's from Alan Livingston here. So normal people, we get paid and we put a little bit into the market on a weekly or monthly basis, right? That's it. And so Bitcoin's annual growth rate of its 200-week moving average, which is really the price that you should be looking at, right? The lowest that's ever been was 22% in 2023. And that's because of the bull market in 2021. Ironically, bull markets are the worst time to invest, right? Because the price is high in relation to the trend. So you get the lowest growth rates. Right now we're at trend and the trend has been 30% a year. So you're buying at trend, you're buying an asset growing at 30% a year at that 30% a year. Right, the 200 moving average has been going up at over 100%, 50%, 30%. So this is coming down. It's very clearly around 30% a year. And that'll be coming down to 28, 25, right? And it'll come out at a level, whatever that is. You don't have to worry about that for the next 10 years. So we're buying an asset where all of the FUD is just absolutely diabolical, rubbish, garbage, right? And the thing's growing at 30% a year. That's what I did here. This is the 200-week moving average in white. I projected a 40% ARR here, going to 30, going to 25 and 20. So that's what these green dots are. And it's happening slowly over time, right? Max Payne is just missing out on the actual trend by getting distracted by FUD and everything else, right? JP Morgan reports that Michael Saylor's strategy might buy 30 billion worth of Bitcoin this year. So the FUD is that strategy have this debt that they won't be able to pay because they'll have to sell some Bitcoin. Here's how it works, right? Their fixed income instruments pay a fixed income in dollars, not a percentage. It's worked out as a percentage of the purchase price, but the actual liability is fixed. The reason that's important is because every single year, for example, Stark pays $8. Every single year, that $8 gets debased by 10% because of inflation. So next year, their actual liability isn't $8, right? It's $8, but the purchasing power is less. So each year, that liability is in dollars is fixed, but purchasing power terms is actually less over time. So their liabilities actually get easier to pay over time. And the STRC instrument is a variable rate. So if Bitcoin doesn't go up, guess what? They can just drop the rate. Will the equity suffer? Yeah, for sure, right? But that's a completely different question. Right, so they're paying 11%. They think Bitcoin's going up 30%. What if it goes up 12%? Well, they're fine, aren't they? Right? And by the way, they have, I think, 10 years of runway. The whole FUD around everything is dumb and stupid because everything is professional now, right? These companies aren't FTX and whoever else, right? These are S&P 500 companies. They're intelligent people, and they're just winning. They are winning, right? And Clarity is going to go through. Forget like, oh, Clarity is going to go through. The Bitcoin price will go up. No. Just think this is a 10-year view, right? It's a 10-year view. So Clarity is going through. Bitcoin won. And if anyone hacks a Bitcoin from Quantum, it's going to be owned by China or the US, who probably won't sell the asset anyway. Will there be a bear market in 7 years or something? Yes, there will be. Whether it's Quantum or anything else. I mean, please FUD me out. Give me a reason why I shouldn't buy this thing, right? So Clarity's going through, Bitcoin won. It's going up somewhere at 20% plus a year. Strategy's paying 11%, so that's perfectly doable. I just wish there was some other FUD that could drive us lower, right? So I could buy some more at even lower prices, but I don't see it personally, right? We won, like I said, we won. We just have to see it out. 10-year view on this, amazing. I love the NASDAQ as well, by the way, AI, robotics. Bitcoin and NASDAQ, do an automated DCA and like see you in 10 to 15 years, right? That's it. And just enjoy life in the meantime. If you trade Bitcoin, crypto, anything else, you can trade it on Bybit. If you want the crypto course and you want that chart right here, I'll link it below. Just ask me in the Discord server. I'll give that to you as well. I'm James, this is ManZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.